Welcome to Brassic Classics. Today we have a Rover 420 GSI. The Rover 420 or 400, produced from 1990, built at the legendary Longbridge factory in Birmingham. This is a 96 estate, so it's a 420 GSI. I think it's got the M series engine, which is a Rover engine, rather than the Honda lump, because these cars were produced at the same time with Honda. So some of them have got Honda engine, some of them have got a Rover engine. This has the Rover engine, which I'll show you later. This one's 2 owners from new. It's got 100,000 miles on it. Bit of rust, but overall it's pretty good. Let's have a look inside. I have to say before we start, I haven't cleaned this car yet. So yeah, as you can see, you've got half leather seats. Which, yeah, look at that. Nice. Does need a bit of a clean, not gonna lie. Look on there, what we got? 102,000. We've got all the original radio in it. Everything's here, complete with wood. And it's massive. This model, I think, is top of the range GSI. It's got an electric sunroof. It's got electric mirrors. It's got electric everything, and it all works, which is amazing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this car yet. I'm almost tempted to keep it and drive it. So we shall see. Let's have a look in the back. It's got to unlock it because the battery's not on it at the moment. I'm charging that. So yeah, came free with this pillow. And the rear seats are in really good condition. I'll have a quick look in the back, if you can see through there. Big boot. Yeah. Anyway, like I say, I'm going to give it a clean. I think next I'll show you the engine. Right, so here we have the M series Rover engine. I think it's an M series, but I'm sure if I'm wrong, the Rover specialist will comment and let me know. We've got fuel injection, 16 valve. This is the bottom end of this engine is the Montego lump. As you can see, it's got a bit of a rocker cover leak, but I'm assured that's completely normal. Bit of lack of a battery. But yeah, it's got everything, all the original warnings and everything's here. The original stickers. So yeah, it's cool. I like this. This is a bit different. I've looked it up on DVLA and there are about 20 of these left on the road. So, bit of a collector. I'm going to go as far as to say bit of a collector's item. I'm sure people think I'm completely mad, but if you've watched this series before, you'd already know that. Anyway, so yeah, that's the engine. Next up, I'm going to give it a clean, and then I shall come back and show you a clean interior. Well, cleaner. Can't guarantee it'll be clean. Anyway, see you in a bit, Rover fans. Okay, so now I'm sat in the passenger seat of the Rover 420 GSI Estate. As you can see, everything's all lovely and 90s. You've got lovely push buttons everywhere. That's a good Rover click, I like that. As I said earlier, you've got the original stereo cassette. The leather seats are in pretty good condition. I love the top bolstering here, it's cool. Right, so what did I find? Well, I've cleared out most of the stuff in the car, as you can see, apart from obviously hoovering it out. I found some cassettes. What have we got here? Fun Young Cannibals. Got that. Eva Cassidy Sonberg. Great song. Great album. And what was that to find? The original booklet and documents. What have we got in here then? Oh, 420 series owner's handbook. In-car entertainment. So if you need any more proof that is the original stereo, there you see. Yeah, it's always nice to find this sort of stuff. All the original stuff in there. Anyway, I'm going to I think I'll show you the boot now, because it is cavernous. Nice on the door card. So you've got a massive opening tailgate, complete with tow bar, and a huge boot. I mean, that is, even by what I'm used to, my standard of boot space, this is pretty good. You can see through to the front. Okay, as I said, I'm now going to actually hoover this out, and I'll show you again when it's all clean. Okay, so managed to clean one seat, one door card, bits of the floor, and the centre console. However, if I'm honest, it's a bit of a fail for the Dyson. If I'm honest, the battery's dead. We've done 25% of the car, so I think next time we may have to bring out the big guns, bring the Henry, and get this done. Anyway, still an improvement. Wish me luck in future. Okay, so this is attempt number 2 at cleaning the Rover. This time we've gone serious. Oh yes. We've got the Hetty out. Fingers crossed this time it'll be clean. So cleaning the 420 is going well. It's coming up pretty good. Let's see what's under here. Oh dear. You know when you lift something up and you wish you hadn't? Yeah, I'm getting that feeling now. Okay, so that's the back done. Massive improvement, I'm sure you'll agree. It only took about 30 minutes. With the seat down, it's looking good. I know what you're thinking. Why is he wasting so much time on an old, slightly corroded Rover 420 GSI? But I like a challenge, and I'm going to see how clean I can get this car. It's mechanically sounds sound, so why not spend a little bit of time and see if I can make this car look half decent. Yeah, so I'm going to finish for today as it's nearly 8 o'clock, and I'm tired. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be back, go clean the outside and continue the interior. Wish me luck. Okay, so it's now the next day. I'm here again with the Rover 420 GSI. Let the cleaning commence. Right, so today, final part of the car to clean, the boot. Now the car came complete with a 2017 large scale road atlas, useful. Warning triangle, bucket's mine, and the rear load cover. Right, I better get hoovering. I'll show you what it looks like after I finish. Okay, so we've got the rear carpet up. It all looks pretty good. Got the original tools, a decent spare tyre, which is brand new. No corrosion. So look underneath. Yeah, I'll give that a bit of a clean in a minute. It's just dirt. Spare fuel cap, always good. So yeah, so far, so good. So that's the wheel well all clean, and all the side carpeting and the back of the seats. It's looking good, we're getting there. Next we're going to put everything back and then clean the carpet. Oh, and the 60-40 split has decided not to attach. So let's have a look into there and see what that's about. We'll have a look at that in a bit. So that's the back of the car finished. All nice and clean. Now I just need to sort out this seat. So look. So I'm just having a look at the driver's side passenger release mechanism. Just trying to work out how it works. So that pushes down, locks in, press the button, releases it. So this is what's not happening on the passenger side. Oh, and I have no tools. This is about as good as it's getting. So let's see if we can get the other side to work. Okay, so I had to go fairly extreme in order to fix this issue with the seat connecting back in place. I've removed the back of the seat and peeled back the covering to reveal the mechanism, which I've just sort of played with really, and it seems to have freed up. I'm going to see if I can find a bit of WD-40 just to make sure it properly works before I put it all back together again. But fingers crossed, that's that fixed. Fingers crossed. Okay, so after 4 hours, the car is now clean inside. I haven't touched the outside. Okay, I've gone slightly mad. I'm going to clean it and everything. So we'll see if it makes any difference at all. Wish me luck. So that's a quick once over with a few buckets of water and a bit of shampoo. I'll admit it is now raining hard, which does help. Saves me having to rinse it. But to be honest, you know, it looks fairly respectable, I think. Now I'm going to refit the battery, which involves locking all the doors and then connecting the battery up, otherwise you get all hell breaks loose when the alarm goes off. It's really bad. So lock all the doors, connect the battery, unlock the door, key in the ignition. Happy days. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I've got the spanner, it's 13mm. Now time to get the battery. Make sure we've got the positives the right end. Can really do with 3 hands. Okay. I'm not going to properly secure the battery yet because I can't be. Okay, let's attach the negative. That on. Not very well on, but it'll do. Get the battery seated properly. Now let's do the positive. So the battery's in. Let's see how this goes. We're in. Key in the ignition. Get it on. That's good. Appears to be alive. It's not in gear. Let's try it. Nothing. I think our battery's a bit dead. Let's go home and charge that. So after failing dramatically to start the car, Brassic Classics typical moment, let's have a look at how it now looks. So I've used a cheap sort of, you know, spray dash shine just to clean it up a bit more. But I'll tell you what, for a, you know, Bangernomics sort of car, which I paid scrap money for, doesn't look bad, does it? It's come up really well. Seats look good. I've just got to sort out that rear passenger seat, get it to clip back properly, a bit of WD-40 I think. But overall, I mean, that's not too disgraceful, is it? Everything's clean and tidy, and look at that. It's quite a respectable looking car. So look in the back, quick shot of me. And again, yeah, I mean, not too bad. Got the rear load liner on it now as well. As I've got to sort out the seat there, where you saw earlier I took the cover off and took some of the foam out in order to get to the mechanism. I've also got to fix this head lining. I think a little bit of spray adhesive, we should be right with that. Yeah, looking good. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay, so here I am sat in the Rover 420 GSI Estate. Yeah, I just wanted to mention, you know, go through sort of the idea of this car. So with this car, the idea is Bangernomics, which, you know, you can take in 2 ways. You can take it that you buy a cheap car and you just run it into the ground, you know, or you can do the way I sort of do it, which is you fundamentally buy a good car. I mean, this car, although, you know, I pretty much paid scrap value for it, had no MOT. No, it just ran out of MOT. However, fundamentally it's a good car. You know, mechanically it's sound, it went straight through an MOT, no problems at all. And apart from it being a bit messy, which it's now not, it looks lovely now, it's perfect. And yeah, I could just drive this car until something went wrong and just bin it. Or I could think, okay, well, I bought a car for scrap money that actually is a really nice, you know, I've got leather trim, I've got an electric sunroof, I've got electric windows, I've got everything you could really want. I mean, what else have we got? Well, that's about it. But, you know, it's a nice car, it's comfortable, it's quick, you know, it's a 2 litre, it's only got 102,000 miles on it, it's 2 owners from new. You know, the last owner's my friend's mum, she's had it for 18 years. It's always been garaged. The only downside with this car is the paint, really. It doesn't look particularly great. I mean, I haven't cleaned it yet, so it might look better soon, who knows. But overall, I mean, look at it. I'm sat in it, it's MOT'd. I can get classic car insurance on it for like 220 quid a year, fully comp. Which, you know, compared to an Audi or something, it's dirt cheap. I mean, really can't argue with that. So yeah, it depends how you want to do it. I mean, yeah, Bangernomics, you can either, as I say, drive them until they die and bin them, or you can sort of think, well, you know, if I service this, if I do the oil, minimum, if I do the oil, I'm going to get at least a year out of it. If at the next MOT it costs me £100, I have to get a CV boot done or something, then that's 2 years driving for less than one payment on PCP. Less than one payment. Again, as I said in the T25 overview, this is not for everyone. There are going to be times where it might not start. You know, I don't know. I haven't had this car long enough to really be able to judge that. But I mean, you know, I've got T25, which is 30 years old, the Land Rover, which is 40 years old. So yeah, I mean, and there are times, not very often, I've got to be honest, where they've let me down. And I'll admit, yeah, if you've got a brand new car you just bought, chances are it's not going to let you down. However, you know, with this, it's not costing me £200-300 a month. It might cost me that a year. You know, I'm looking at this car and thinking, you know, realistically, for what I paid for it, the MOT cost me £45. The car cost me scrap value. Even with the insurance, what am I up to? You know, I'm not even up to £400. I mean, that's silly. And I've got a year's motoring. I've got a year's legal motoring there. So yeah, I think that's definitely, Bangernomics, definitely something to look at if you're looking at, you know, driving and doing it on the cheap. You know, if you're like me and you'd rather spend money on other things, like your classic cars, than having a finance agreement that ties you down for 3 years with a balloon payment at the end. Yeah, for me personally, that doesn't really appeal to me. But don't get me wrong, I totally see why people do it. I mean, if you've got a 100-mile drive every day to work and back, I can kind of understand that. You need the reliability, you want the peace of mind. By all means, that's cool. Got no issue there. But yeah, I must say, you know, I'm sat here, I'm looking at this car and just thinking, I like this car. Why do I do this to myself? I buy a car and I think, I'll buy it, I'll just flip it. You know, I'll find someone who wants a car, make a little bit on it, whatever. Every time I do it, I end up keeping them. I'm terrible. It's just, I just love, look at the seats, look at this. I love this. And it's a cool car. So, yeah, I was going to show you the features, like the sunroof. I can show you the sunroof, but I can't show you it actually moving, because the battery has decided it doesn't want to hold electricity. So I'm going to go home, put a meter on that, find out if it's dead or if I can charge it. I have already charged it a few times, so maybe it is dead this time. But anyway, just wanted to do a quick overview of how it's been so far with the Rover that I've not yet really driven. But it's been fun, and I'm really pleased actually with how it's come up. It's come up really well. Next, headlining. That's going to be, I don't know if the best way is to take that foam that's actually attached to the roof off, whether it's that made it fall or whether it just falls off, I don't know. What I mean is I don't know if I can just spray adhesive onto that and then, you know, start from here and just work my way around to the edges. So that's going to be an interesting one. And then I've got to sort the seat mechanism out, which I think, to be honest, will just be some WD-40. But we'll see. And the battery, got to get it to like electricity again. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe. The next video will be a Fiat 500 video. I've been really busy with that. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching Brassic Classics. This is a Brassic Classic.